Hi, I am Shyamala, Assistant Professor of Mathematics in Narasimha Reddy Education Society's group of institutions. In this video, I am going to discuss about mathematical expectation. Unit 2 is mathematical expectation. In that, the topic is discrete random variables. In the case of discrete random variables, how we are going to find mathematical expectation, that we are going to discuss now. In the case of discrete random variables, first we see what are the formulas of expectation. Expectation is also called as mean. Suppose a random variable x assumes the values x1, x2 and so on xn with respective probabilities p1, p2 and so on pn. Then the mathematical expectation or mean or expected value of x, denoted by e of x, sometimes we will also write it as a mu, is defined as the sum of the products of different values of x and the corresponding probabilities. Is nothing but e of x equal to x1 into p1 plus x2 into p2 plus xn into pn. So x1 its probability is p1, x2 its value probability p2, xn its probability pn. All these we are multiplying and then adding. That is nothing but expectation of x. In summation form, if we write summation I equal to 1 to n pi into xi. Similarly, if you have e of x power r, suppose, in that case pi xi power r we will have summation I equal to 1 to n pi into xi power r. Okay. In general, the expected value of any function g of x of a random variable x is defined as, here we have written x power r. Sometimes if we have g of x, in that case also same thing, e of g of x equal to summation I equal to 1 to n pi into g of xi. So this is the expectation of a discrete random variable. Now, some important results on expectation. If x is a random variable and k is a constant, then e of x plus k equal to e of x plus k. Okay, this is a theorem. By definition, we have e of x plus k. E of x plus k. See here it is a variable. X plus k is a variable. So for x, usually for the random variable x, suppose it is taking the values x1, x2, xn. Then how do we write its expectation? Summation I equal to 1 to n xi plus k. So constant remains the same. x1, x2, xn are the values of x, suppose. Then x plus k will be nothing but xi plus k, where I equal to 1 to n into pi. Pi is the probability of xi. Okay. Then we can write this summation as two summations. Summation I equal to 1 to n xi into pi plus k into summation I equal to 1 to n pi. Summation I equal to 1 to n pi is nothing but total probability, which is equal to 1. So the remaining thing, this is nothing but expectation of x plus k into 1, because summation pi equal to 1. Okay. So this is a small theorem which may come as 2 marks in the exams also. Note, expected value of a constant term is constant. That is, if k is constant, then expectation of k is k. Why? Because if you take, suppose we have all the numbers as equal numbers, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 up to 10 times, suppose. Their average is how much? 1 only, no? Like that. Here also expectation of constant is just constant only. Next, if k is a constant, then e of kx equal to k into e of x. E of kx equal to summation I equal to 1 to n k. X values are xi's into pi, their corresponding probabilities. K is the summation, k is independent of I, so you can write it out of the summation. Then the remaining thing is summation I equal to 1 to n xi pi. It is nothing but expectation of x. So e of kx equal to k into e of x. If x is a random variable and a, b are constants, then e of ax plus or minus b is equal to a into e of x plus or minus e of b means b only, no? So combining the first one and then the node 2, we will get this result, e of ax plus b plus or minus b equal to a into e of x plus or minus b. Okay, next, another one. If x, y are two random variables, then e of x plus y equal to e of x plus e of y, provided e of x and e of y exist. Okay, so this proof is very important in the exams. Proof: let x assume the values x1, x2 and so on xn, and y assume the values y1, y2 and so on ym. So first one is taking n values, second one is assuming m values. Need not be same. Okay. Then by definition, E of x equal to summation I equal to 1 to n pi xi, and E of y equal to summation j equal to 1 to m pj yj. Next, we are taking a combined probability, a joint probability for these two random variables. Actually, this is beyond your syllabus. So we will just write it as P of x equal to xi intersection y equal to yj, which is nothing but P of xi comma yj. This is called as joint probability, okay, of x and y. The sum x plus y is also a random variable, okay, which can take m into n values, because x is taking n values, y is taking m values, and if we take all their combinations, then we will get m into n values. Xi plus yj, I value run from 1 to n, j value run from 1 to n. So if you consider all those values, we will get m into n values. Then by definition, E of x plus y, we want to find out the expectation of x plus y, no? So we have to write two summations, because those are two values. I values are there, j values are there. I equal to 1 to n, j equal to 1 to m, pij, because their x plus y is the random variable. It is taking the values xi plus yj, and their probabilities are pij. Okay, that is why expectation is pij into xi plus yj. Now we will write it as two summations. One is pij xi, another one pij yj. Okay. Now summation I equal to 1 to n. Write this as, see, this summation is running on j. That's why xi you can write outside the summation. Then we will write, have only summation j equal to 1 to m pij. Here what we are doing, summation j equal to 1 to m we are writing first, and then summation I equal to 1 to n inside we are writing. That's why yj is independent of this summation. So we will write yj outside. Then the remaining are summation I equal to 1 to n pij. Okay. And we know that pij, sum of all the probabilities is equal to 1 we have. So under this j equal to 1 to m pij, no? So pi1 plus pi2 plus pin and so on. Like that, if we take all their probabilities, that summation will be 1. So we will have only xi into pi will be remaining. Here also yj into pj will be remaining. These are nothing but expectation of x plus expectation of y. This is a very important theorem under expectation concept. Note, E of ax plus by equal to a into E of x plus b into E of y, where a and b are constants. Now we discuss about variance. This is also the important concept in second unit. Variance characterizes the variability in the distributions, since two distributions with the same mean can still have different dispersion of data about their means. Suppose one distribution is having some values, but it is having the mean as 6. Another distribution may have different values, but it will also have the same mean as 6. So that variance in the distribution, to characterize that variance in the distribution, we need this variance concept. Variance of x formula is E of x minus E of x whole square. That is variance of x equal to summation I equal to 1 to n xi minus E of x whole square into their probabilities p of xi, or E of x minus E of x we also denote with mu whole square. That is nothing but it is expectation. No? So its formula summation I equal to 1 to n pi into xi minus mu whole square. If we expand it, xi square plus mu square minus 2 mu xi into pi. Then write it as three summations, xi square pi minus 2 mu xi pi. This is nothing but expectation only, that we are writing as mu here. Okay, then this one mu square into summation pi. Sum of all the probabilities is 1, so its value is 1. That's why we have this is E of x square minus 2 mu into mu plus mu square into 1. So variance of x we also denote it as sigma square, which is E of x square minus mu square. That is variance of x formula, or we write it as E of x square minus E of x whole square. Standard deviation, it is a positive square root of variance. So standard deviation equal to sigma, which is nothing but square root of this formula. E of x square minus mu square formula, square root of this one is nothing but standard deviation. Some important results on variance. Variance of a constant is 0. If k is a constant, variance of kx is k square into variance of x. If x is a random variable and k is a constant, then v of x plus k equal to v of x plus v of k, but v of k is 0, so v of x we have. Another property, if x is a discrete random variable, then v of ax plus b equal to a square into variance of x, where v of x is variance of x and a and b are constants. So prove it. Let a and y equal to ax plus b. Okay, because already x is there, we are taking this expression as y. Okay, then expectation of y equal to expectation of ax plus b. It is nothing but a into expectation of x plus b. Subtracting these two, y minus e of y equal to ax plus b minus this one. A is common, b is cancelled here, a is common, then we have x minus e of x. Squaring and taking expectation on both sides. Okay, first we are squaring these two, then we are taking expectation on them, then we get this one, e of y minus e of y whole square equal to a square into e of x minus e of x whole square. That is this is nothing but variance of y equal to a square into variance of x. So v of ax plus b equal to a square into variance of x. Another result, if x and y are two independent random variables, then v of x plus or minus y equal to v of x plus or minus v of y. Another definition, mean variance are important, and also finding the covariance of either discrete random variable or continuous random variable. This concept also important. When two random variables x and y are not independent, it's frequently of interest to assess how strongly they are related to one another. By using this formula, we can see how strongly they are related to one another. Covariance between two random variables x and y, in the case of discrete random variable, in the case of continuous random variable, it is denoted by covariance of x comma y, e of x minus mu x into y minus mu y. That is nothing but double summation x minus mu x into y minus mu y into p of xy. Okay, this is in the case of xy discrete random variables. In the case of continuous random variable case, integral from minus infinity to infinity, integral from minus infinity to infinity, x minus mu x into y minus mu y into f of xy dx dy. That means first we have to find out, we should have their probabilities, and then we will find out their means, and then we can use this formula to find the covariance. Okay, these are the formulas on mean, expectation and covariance on discrete random variable case. Thank you.